Back with another video for you today, and today I have a brand that I haven't spoken much about on this channel, but on the previous channel I had spoken about this house Olfactive studio, and I had videos about fragrances such as Chambre Noir and a few others. But today I'm reviewing a fragrance from Olfactive studio called Chypre from their Sepia collection. This is Chypre here, and I'm going to tell you all about this fragrance, also a little bit about Chypre fragrances, and you're going to have a chance at winning a full bottle of Chypre if you are a subscriber of this channel from the entire world. So if you want to find out about Chypre, then please stay tuned. Thanks so much for tuning in. This is Sebastian with Smelling Great Fragrance Reviews. If this is your first time tuning into the channel and you love watching fragrance reviews, finding out about new fragrances, discovering new brands, and of course participating in giveaways and still haven't subscribed, please click the subscribe button below and also click the bell so that you'll be notified for future videos and giveaways. So yeah, I haven't spoken about this house on the channel much or at all, although I might have featured Chambre Noir in a video or two here, but on the previous channel I had a review of Chambre Noir on the channel because I find it to be a great fruity leather fragrance focusing on plum. But earlier this year when I was in France, Paris, I noticed that they have launched 3 fragrances in a collection called Sepia collection. This is Chypre. They also had launched Vanilla Shot and Leather Shot, and this year they've launched Rose Shot, Iris Shot, and Violet Shot. So they're focusing on the Sepia collection, which has this leather sepia colored casing around the bottles, and the brand is focused or inspired by photography, which I'm a big fan of photography. In fact, I went to photography school and then switched to film school, and I really enjoy photos, film, video, all that good stuff, and I sort of work in that kind of a field still in my day job. But I really like the idea of taking photography and combining it with perfumes, and that's what Olfactive Studio has done. So I was very curious about Chypre, and so I requested this bottle to be sent to me because I really love the idea of a Chypre fragrance, and this is one of the ones that stood out for me. Plus it's created by Bertrand Duchaufour, who I'm a big fan of. So I wanted to review this fragrance for you, let you know about the collection, the brand, and also a little bit about Chypre, and then let you have a chance at participating in a giveaway where you'll have a chance to win the Chypre as well. So stay tuned to find out about that. But before we move on, Olfactive Studio has decided to do free samples for everyone that's watching this video. So free samples of Chypre and shipped worldwide. All you have to do is go to the Olfactive Studio website and request, or put a sample of Chypre in the shopping cart and check out with the code LOOKFEELSMELLGREAT_ free sample, and you will get a sample of Chypre sent to you for absolutely free, which is awesome. So get that going as well if you want to just learn or smell this fragrance. But let me tell you about what Chypres are. So what is a Chypre fragrance? Well, Chypre fragrances are usually described as earthy smelling and with Oakmoss in the base as a prominent note. They generally tend to be warm and spicy with a fresh citrusy start at the beginning when you first spray the fragrance, with bergamot or other citruses typically in the top notes, and cistus labdanum usually in the heart notes. Just think of nature, the forest, shrubs, earth, dry leaves, and foliage in the forest, and that is typically what a Chypre is. Now we learned a little bit about cistus labdanum on a resins and balsams video as well, so if you want to find out what Labdanum is, please find my video on the channel to learn a little bit about Labdanum, because Labdanum is used to create an amber accord, and typically Chypres tend to have an ambery kind of a base. So with Olfactive Studios Chypre, it was launched in 2018. It's a 100 ml bottle for $2.75, and this is a Extrait de Parfum concentration, so it's very potent. The wearing experience is really big, and it is created by Bertrand Duchaufour, so he is one of my favorite perfumers. I really like his styles, and he likes to take things in different directions and does unique things to fragrances. So I really like finding out what he's done next and checking out the fragrances he's done. So what are the notes here in Chypre Shot? Chypre Shot has notes of cardamom, saffron, bergamot at the top. In the hard notes you've got peony, black pepper, coffee, and black tea. In the base notes you've got oakmoss, patchouli, labdanum, and amber. And in this particular fragrance the labdanum comes in the base, and typically that's my experience with a lot of Chypres lately, where the labdanum does come in the base notes. But with this one, as soon as you spray it, you have a lot of cardamom. This, to me, cardamom is like a main player and more than the oakmoss. I get a very, very aromatic start to the fragrance, along with saffron, which gives it a little bit of a leathery touch, and lots of citrus from the bergamot. So those three start off pretty prominently and pretty big. Although cardamom and bergamot a little more than the saffron, but you experience them all at once at the top. With the heart, for me, it's a lot about coffee and a black tea. You get a lot of coffee and black tea here, and for me this one kind of goes into a little bit of a gourmandy direction along with those notes that are very, very prominent in the heart. More coffee than tea, but you do experience the tea as well. You get that tea like soft and smooth experience with this, and along with a little bit of a peony, it's a pretty beautiful heart for a fragrance. Now in the base notes the oakmoss is really, really big. Now you got lots of oakmoss here and lots of labdanum, because the fragrance dries down to be a very ambery dry down with oakmoss and patchouli. Oakmoss tends to go a little bit mossy and a little bit animalic, but here it's a nice, beautiful, woody, mossy experience, along with lots of patchouli and lots of labdanum. But as I was mentioning at the beginning of the video, this to me is a very, very ambery Chypre fragrance, because you get lots of amber in the base note. So it's a nice balance of that woody, mossy, slightly animalic oakmoss with patchouli and lots of amber and labdanum in the base notes. So I find this one to be a very modern Chypre fragrance. I've experienced a lot of Chypre fragrances, and I'm doing the best that I can to experience as many as I can so I can learn about this style, because I really do enjoy it. And it's one of those styles that I didn't really look into or study too much to learn more about it. But for me, I have a lot of experience with Dior's Diorella from years ago, and I find that this kind of reminds me of that fragrance a little bit, a more ambery version and a more coffee tea version of the Diorella from Christian Dior or Dior currently. So if you like fragrances like Diorella, you might really dig into this one, because it's a very, very modern take on a Chypre with that coffee note and with that tea note. It's a wonderful to wear and very, very long lasting. It's Extrait de Parfum concentration, as I was saying it earlier on, and it really does act like that. It's very long lasting, so a little goes a long way, and you're getting very, very quality fragrance created by one of the master perfumers that we've come to love throughout the years. So if you're curious to find out more about this, go to a retailer that sells Olfactive Studio fragrances and check it out and smell it and see what you think about it. And of course, there's a free sample as well. Olfactive Studio is doing a free sample of the fragrance. Just follow the directions in the info box and check out with receive a free sample. But they're also going the extra route and doing a full bottle giveaway of Chypre Shot. If you want to participate in the giveaway, please let me know what your favorite Chypre fragrance is, and let me know what you liked about this review. Put down your country as well so that you'll qualify. Other than that, guys, thanks so much for watching my review for Chypre Shot from Olfactive Studio. Do you know this house? Do you know Olfactive Studio? Do you know any of the fragrances? And do you like Chypre fragrances? Let me know what you think about this style of fragrance. Put some comments down so I can find out and we'll get a conversation started. Other than that, please like this video, please share it, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and I'll be back with more videos very soon. Have a good one. Goodbye.